Tragic deaths of Roland Ratzenberger and Ayrton Senna, the Formula One circus returns to Imola for round 3 of the championship. And with Berger's red number 28 starting on the front row, the Tifosi have plenty to shout about. But first, 1 minute silence. Last year's winner, Michael Schumacher, had secured pole position. Berger on 2, Coulthard 3, Hill 4 and Alesi 5.
At the green, Schumacher made the best getaway on a damp track. Formula One returnee Nigel Mansell made a poor start and lost several places. Schumacher led Berger into the new Tabarello chicane. Mansell now comfortable in his McLaren cockpit was one of the few drivers to opt for dry weather tyres, but the decision proved premature. He was quickly engulfed by the midfield. So initially a Benetton-led Ferrari, just as it ended last year. The backmarkers were to play an important role in the race. Schumacher dealt efficiently with Luca Badoa, but Berger almost stumbled upon the young Italian as they lapped him for the first time. With the track drying quickly, the decision on changing the tyres had to be made imminently. Berger was the first to change at the end of lap 5. The Ferrari mechanics did a good job, but their man still lost 3 places and dropped to 5th. Schumacher now led Hill comfortably, avoiding a wayward backmarker in the process. Teammate Johnny Herbert enjoyed eventful first laps. He managed 2 spins, including this double 360-degree. After 8 laps, Schumacher led the Williams of Coulthard and Hill, with Berger and Alesi a little farther back. Lap 10 and Herbert was in, but couldn't stay. Schumacher was in the pits just meters behind, and the team couldn't accommodate them both. Hill followed Schumacher in, promoting Coulthard into the lead. Halfway into his first lap on slicks, Schumacher pushed too hard too soon. Imola's new safety measures being put straight to the test in what was a very big shunt. The drama promoted Berger into the lead, to the delight of the crowd. Behind the Austrian, Hill was second, while Coulthard and Alesi fought a fierce private battle for 3rd place. One-third distance, the 2 Ferraris almost sandwiched the 2 Williams, with Eddie Irvine nearly a full minute behind in 5th from Frentzen Sauber. Berger made his scheduled pit stop, having led for 11 laps, leaving Hill to take over the lead. But disaster struck, and precious time was lost. Hill was under pressure now from Coulthard and Alesi. Alesi was next to head for fuel and tyres on lap 26. Coulthard then hit trouble moments later with a spin, and in an instant Hill took command of the race. The young Scot recovered and headed for the pits and a fresh set of tyres. With Schumacher back from his earlier off, the Williams team learned that Coulthard had received a stop-go penalty for speeding in the pits after his last stop. This would almost certainly cost him his 2nd place, if not more. On lap 35, he was in, the seventh driver in the race to experience the FIA's new and clearly efficient electronic policing methods. Not only is pit lane speed under scrutiny, but for the first time, jump starts. By now, Alesi was in a safe and lonely second place. Then Mansell was in for a new nose section, followed by Coulthard back in the pits yet again. Berger was running third. Mansell had been running fifth, but this coming together with Eddie Irvine dropped him to 10th at the finish. Irvine was not over-happy at Mansell's return to Formula One. Despite what was going on behind him, Hill was controlling the race with ease, firmly on course for his 11th Grand Prix win and the second of 1995. In the closing laps, Berger's third place looked under some threat from a recovering Coulthard, and he was forced to up his pace, putting in the fastest lap. Reeling off the final laps, watched by an anxious Frank Williams and wife Georgie, Damon's win was the perfect riposte for the Williams team, 1 year on. For the expectant and these days patient Tifosi, a win was not to be at Imola, but the signs are good for the season ahead, with Alesi finishing second and Berger third.
A jubilant Hill was now firmly leading the championship, 6 points ahead of Schumacher and Alesi. Coulthard was an eventful and eventual fourth, whilst Mika Hakkinen saved some McLaren pride with 5th place, and Heinz-Harald Frentzen scored another point for the Sauber team in 6th. There were 14 finishers in the end, more than many expected in this grueling race. In Damon's battle with Schumacher for the championship, it was a useful 10-point advantage over the German. On a day when those around him made mistakes, Hill never put a foot wrong.
Well, I think it was